Good morning and welcome to the Senior Hour, which is sponsored by Comfort Keepers in-home care. Whoops. Herta Med Spa, Hestia Med Spa, and Providence Holy Cross Medical Center. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host,
Dr. Gene Dorio.
On your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors, giving information to enhance one's quality of life. And speaking of quality of life, our guest today is Dr. Marwa Kalani, who is a palliative care doctor. Great to see you again.
Good
long
see
time.
You. Yes.
Welcome.
My goodness.
I know. Should I say Happy New Year? Is that
Happy
it's
New
March?
Year.
I know.
Let's see. Valentine's Day, soon to be Easter.
And you know, today is Doctor's Day.
Really?
Yeah,
Yes.
sure is.
Well, congratulations to both of you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm calling from Hawaii.
Whoa.
Fantastic.
Just kidding. I'm just
Oh.
kidding.
Oh, my.
It would have been.
You disappoint
Aloha.
us.
I know.
All right,
Yeah,
Dr.
all
Kalani.
doctors deserve a trip to Hawaii,
Yes.
Certainly do.
and nurses,
Absolutely.
and all those frontliners that have been out there for the past 2 years with the struggle. Mara, you've seen it. You've seen it on the front line, and it has not been easy, has it?
No, it has been what a journey. Let's just say that. It has been a very exciting 2 years. And you never really want to be interesting to a physician, so.
No, not.
Yeah,
Not
but
at
I
all.
think
So-
I think we're actually improving quite dramatically. I was actually touching base with our head of infection control, Ken Archulette, who I just kind of nudged him today. I'm like, what are we looking at? Are we looking at any, new surges or whatnot? And he said, nope, nothing so far, nothing on the horizon. So they're not really concerned that this, quote unquote new variant is going to be affecting the hospitals and such. So that's good. Good news.
What makes me worried is that because we get data from around the world,
Yes.
you can see where some countries have had these surges from this variant. So you have to pretty much expect that we will have them here as we follow pretty much everybody doing the same thing. So I expect with Shanghai closing down and other places seeing an uptick in the numbers, it does make me worry, in terms of our behavior and what we do and the thinking that we're out of this. And, of course, we all hope that we are, but, there's a possibility, that that's not what's going to happen. And so I think, as physicians on Doctor's Day, we're still leery of the potential for disease, especially an infectious disease, to creep itself back up again. So don't let your guard down, everybody. I think it's still a time to be mindful. And of course, Marwa, you know that the most affected group of this pandemic has been the senior population.
Yes, absolutely.
And we have been worried that they might not have the paperwork that they need to have in place to make sure that they maintain their ability, even if they're unconscious, to have someone make their medical decisions for them.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about what they need. Let's talk maybe about advanced directives, and when individuals come into the hospital, or even when they're not in the hospital, how important it is to have an advanced directive, since only 30% of the population right now don't have it, and 70% do not.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, advanced directives have been critical, particularly in this time where we don't have full visitation in the hospital setting, or even in the office setting where maybe they'll allow one extra person with you as a patient, maybe not. And it's important to have your information in place where your wishes are essentially documented, as well as making a notation as to who has access to your medical information and or who can make medical decisions in case you cannot. So it is critical that each and every adult, any person over the age of 18, have one of these documents. And it is not dependent on age. It is not dependent on having a disease or a medical condition. It is simply dependent on the fact that you're a responsible adult and need to make plans for, any sort of encounter that could potentially limit you from making decisions for yourself. So it is absolutely critical that every individual listening to this station look to see if they've completed an advanced directive or complete one. And those documents are available online. They're free documents. The state of California provides documents. At Providence Holy Cross, from our website, we have access to advanced care planning and advanced directive documents, and we can facilitate the completion of those documents as well, and it's critical. And I'll say, my parents, of course, have advanced directives, and they've been sheltered in the trust that they've completed with their attorney. And so there are patients of Facey Medical Group, and Facey has done a pretty phenomenal job at making sure that all their patients have had advanced care planning education and are requesting from each of their patients a copy of their advanced directive. So it's, I think that's really very responsible, and I think we need to encourage it.
Yeah, I have mine in my trust already.
Yeah, exactly.
And I also have long-term care insurance,
Yes.
which I just got the yearly bill. Woo.
Ooh.
So
It
if you
ain't
have,
cheap, but it's worth it because when
educate
my
the
husband needed it,
let's
it
educate
paid for
our
two-thirds
listeners
of the
about
bill.
what is
And
contained in
that
an
was
advanced
really
directive.
a lot of money
Indeed.
because he had 24/7 care.
Yes.
There was someone there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that long-term care insurance paid two-thirds of that bill, which, as you know, is a tremendous amount of money.
Yeah.
But on a monthly basis, that really, really helped. It really did. And so I'm more than happy to pay my long-term care insurance bill because I know it'll come in handy for my kids when the occasion occurs, which ain't going to happen anytime soon.
No. Nope. Not by the looks of it.
No. I'm in good health, and I take good care of myself. My kids check on me daily, and they've been coming down more often because they all live in Palmdale.
Right.
And but anyway, I'm well taken care of. And of course, I have to stay going because of my kitty.
Yes. Of
And
course.
she'll be 18 years old next month.
Wow.
No, April, which is what? Day after tomorrow. Good heavens, where's this year going? 3 months already gone.
Unbelievable.
It really is.
Yeah, but still, Happy New Year.
Yes.
That's right. Now, Dr. Kalani, what is a palliative care doctor?
Well,
That's a very confusing word. It's even
Yeah.
hard to say. And
Yes.
where did it come from? Palliative care.
Well, palliative care comes from the Latin word palliat. It means to cloak. So to kind of cover, protect, support. So it's a very old word, but really hadn't been in use until more recently, maybe in the last 30, 40 years. And what we typically use palliative for you'll often hear the patients going for palliative surgery for patients who have cancer, advanced cancers, And what that means is we're trying to palliate them in the sense that if they have a tumor that's causing burden in the sense of either pain or obstruction of their digestive system, palliative surgery can help relieve that pain and relieve that obstruction. When you go to palliative care is the medical specialty that provides enhanced and holistic care, truly, to a patient who has a serious illness. And it takes the approach of going beyond the disease and really seeing the patient for who they are.
Okay, let me ask you something. I took a pretty big fall
Yes.
a week ago.
Oh dear.
Yes, and fortunately my daughter was there. And as I tripped over a cord when I was at my desk. I got up out of my chair, and my foot caught the cord, and down I went. But I used both of my hands to stop me. Otherwise, I would have gone through the sliding glass window
Oh my
door.
goodness.
And anyway, I really badly sprained my back. She was there, and she had me lie in the chair. She said, "Mom, don't sit, lie." And she put cold packs on my knee because it was quite swollen. And then she took me to the chiropractor, who said, "You've got a pretty bad sprain." And I've been going to him every day, and he's helping. It's really making a big difference, putting me kind of back in order again.
Right.
And that's one of the biggest problems I think seniors have is
Yeah.
falling.
Yes. Yes. Big problem.
And
Big problem.
not realizing that, whoops, I mean, I had that cord. It was on top of the plastic mat that I have my chair on.
Yeah.
And my foot got caught on it. And down I went. And I'm thinking, holy cow, what if my daughter hadn't been there?
Right.
You know?
Right.
I would have been in bad shape. And I would have had to have called that necklace thing on the one I wear. you know,
Right. Right.
the, what do you call them now? Life Alert.
Life alert.
I have one of those. And yeah, thankfully she was there. But I am improving. But that is one big problem for seniors, because as you get older, and I've noticed it, my sense of balance kind of, whoa, wait a minute, Barbara, you don't run down the hall anymore.
That's correct.
You walk slowly down the hall.
That's correct. And in fact, geriatric trauma is a huge component of our trauma program at Providence Holy Cross. And it is one of the areas that we really are focusing in on, are concerned with, and trying to get our patients back to their quality of life is a big focus for us. So I mean, I couldn't tell that you had any injury at all. You look fabulous, as you
Well,
always
thank
do.
you, thank you, thank you.
But it always scares me when I hear about anyone in the home who may have fallen, and fortunately it happened when your daughter was there.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
It did. Because I don't know what I would have done. I would have had to have called Life Alert.
Absolutely.
Because I could not have gotten up by myself. She had to help me up
Yeah.
and managed to get me into the living room in the chair. And it's one of those recliners. And she said, "Mother, don't sit, recline,
Yeah.
lie back." And she was there to take care of me. And she stayed an extra night with me just to make sure I was okay.
That's wonderful.
So it's great to have kids around.
Yes. Absolutely.
But I'm doing much better, thank goodness. But getting back to seniors falling, I think there are many reasons why. And Doctor, you can give us a lot of those reasons.
Yeah, Dr. Dorio.
Is he on? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm still on. It's just that the tech stuff is, I've got a lot of fuzziness, but I know you were talking about the falls, and yeah, it's pretty scary from our side as physicians to hear that our patient has fallen. it is a catastrophe oftentimes where they've injured themselves. Sometimes they can go home. When they fracture something, it's a long road, and that journey afterwards of physical therapy, maybe surgery, physical therapy, maybe even to a rehab center before getting back to home. And so it's one of these things that the mantra is now to age in place.
Yes.
How are we going to do that and prevent falls to keep them out of the hospital and keep them in their home? So, yes, you're describing something, Barb, that's pretty scary.
Well, it was scary for me, and my daughter also said, Mom, why don't you get yourself a walker just to be on the safe side?
Yes.
And I'm still seriously considering it.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of people feel very awkward with walkers and whatnot, and it's really just about safety.
That's right.
And we have to get past that the vainness, if you will, of what the walker demonstrates. It's really more about safety, and we really want to do the best for our patients.
Yes, it is. It's all about safety, actually.
Yeah.
Because you have not only your two hands, but you have two more hands that are helping you move along.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
and that's a big help.
Yes.
And I don't like the two-wheeled walkers.
Yeah.
They're too hard to handle. I've tried them. And my husband had a four-wheeled walker, which was perfect. And, of course, the brakes were right there. But I loaned it to somebody, and I cannot remember who I loaned it to. And that's, of course, part of aging, you know?
Yes.
Your memory kind of slips away from you. And whoever I loaned it to must still be using it. At least I hope so.
Well, maybe
Otherwise
they're
they would've
listening in on the show, and
And we'll
whoever
return it.
has Barbara's four-wheel walker, she's inquiring as to its availability.
Yes, thank you very much,
You're welcome.
Mama.
You're
Thank you. But if not, I'm seriously considering buying one for myself. I really am. And hopefully I wouldn't trip over that when I got up out of the chair.
You know, I went shopping this morning, and one of the, you have the shopping cart, and I will tell you, I thought to myself, this feels pretty good walking around with this cart because it's keeping me up.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
one of these days, I know I'll be using a walker, but I'm okay with that. It's like a hearing aid. I don't care how big it is.
Yeah.
I want to be able to hear. I want to be
Absolutely.
able to walk, and if I can do that in my own home, I'll be a happy camper.
That's right.
Yes. We were talking about walkers just actually a few weeks ago. I was talking with one of my sons, and he was talking about the baby walkers they looked like blown up tires that are rainbow colored and tapered. And he said we should put our seniors in these nicer versions of these blown up tire walkers so that they can remain independent, but at the same time safe. And I said, you got an idea, son.
You
got something for you.
I've never seen one of those.
Yeah, they're
Really?
the cutest walkers for little kids. I mean,
For the
walkers
little
in
kids, they're
general.
like bouncy.
Yeah, it's like a little bouncy in a way.
Oh,
They don't
okay.
even make them anymore. I think they've been out. I don't think they encourage walkers for children anymore. I don't know. I don't do pediatrics, but
I wouldn't think they would.
no. But it's one that back in the old days. Here I am talking to you about back in the old days. I'll be 50 soon. I promise.
Wow. No.
I'll be 90
I'll be
soon.
50 very soon. Very soon. I'm not going to say when, but very soon.
Well, I have a little over 4 more years and I'll be 90.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
Coming up on my 86th.
Fantastic.
Isn't that terrific? Woo!
Fantastic.
So cool.
Yes,
Fantastic.
yes. Loving every minute of it. I do not want the alternative. Not
Indeed.
anytime soon. No. And we need to take a break, don't we? I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS.
Daily Imprints is the premier one-stop shop for custom embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products in the Santa Clarita Valley. Owners Joe and Dana have provided KHTS with quality embroidered company shirts for over 3 years. If it's new business cards or promotional products you need to enhance your image, Daily Imprints is the choice for you. Located on Lyons Avenue, stop by or call today, 661-678-0508.
If you're in need of physical therapy, check out Focus Physical Therapy. Owner and therapist Adam Laraway has the latest in cutting-edge technology, introducing the Newbie, the ultimate in neuromuscular re-education. The Newbie can help you heal up to 70% faster and was FDA cleared in September 2017. The Newbie uses pulse direct current, which mimics the same neurological signals the brain uses and allows the therapist to identify those signals with 100% accuracy. Newbie can even help improve your sleep while tackling issues with neck, knee, and shoulder pain, sciatica, and arthritis. It can accelerate your fitness progress, which means better results in less sessions. Get stronger quicker. Why not use the same technology that the Dodgers and the LA Clippers use? Focus PT, located on Peachland off Lyons in Newhall. Call 255-4205. Go online at focusphysicaltherapyscv.com.
This is Bradley from Santa Clarita Grocery, the all-volunteer grocery program serving children, families, and individuals experiencing food insecurities. Since January 2020, Santa Clarita Grocery has distributed 83 tons of fresh groceries to 4,465 families in the SCV. Santa Clarita Grocery is a drive-up, drive-through service with physical distancing in place to continue serving our community. If you are in need or looking for a charity to do the most good for our community, please consider partnering with us by donating to Santa Clarita Grocery, one of the most efficient charities in the Santa Clarita Valley. A full 99 cents out of every dollar goes directly back to the community. Santa Clarita Grocery operates on a 1% overhead and is sustained through private donations. Santa Clarita Grocery is at 21176 Center Point Parkway in the Oasis Furniture parking lot. Please visit our website, santaclaritagrocery.org, or our Facebook at Santa Clarita Grocery to make a difference in our awesome town community. 661-425-7575. Be our guest and experience the difference.
It's time to experience a pain relief, wellness, and anti-aging treatment unlike any other. It's time to check out Mend Cryotherapy. Relieve chronic joint and muscle pain, diminish soreness and inflammation, alleviate stress-related symptoms, boost immune system performance, and improve sleep and recovery times. Mend Cryotherapy is open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Go to Mend, M-E-N-D, cryotherapy.com on Newhall Ranch Road in the Gateway Shopping Center.
We salute our veterans who sacrifice for our freedom. Every week, we share an inspirational story of a local veteran on our Hometown Heroes page at hometownstation.com. Thanks to our good friends at Eternal Valley.
I'm Richard Nunnally, General Manager of Eternal Valley Memorial Park and Mortuary. We believe taking care of each other is what community is all about. We're proud to bring you the stories of our hometown heroes.
Eternal Valley, life well celebrated.
Visit hometownstation.com, sponsored by Eternal Valley.
Your hometown station.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And we're speaking with Dr. Mawa Kalani, who is a palliative care doctor. And we were talking about something extremely important on the break. Let's continue that.
Well, what we were talking about with Dr. Dorio was what have we really done in the last 10 years to help keep our seniors in their homes? I'm not really impressed with any new devices, new models of any type of new innovation. I'm concerned that we're not putting much of an emphasis on that.
And the technology will allow us to do that, but I think the federal and the state governments are focusing on in-home caregiving, and that's good. But of course, we know that's expensive. We know workforces out there that can do it, but they need to be trained. But sometimes government also fails to realize the technology that could be there. We talk about bouncies and, protecting seniors with efficient walkers. But, there's a lot of things that we could be doing. And they have something called exoskeletons, which we can strap on people, and it will actually get people up to walk and won't allow you to fall. We could bring in robots, and we could have the ability to have Hoya lifts that are robotic that will automatically lift people out of their beds into a wheelchair. And then the wheelchairs have been super energized so we can move around better. And then we always talk about what Barbara sometimes hates for me to say, but the autonomous car that will take us places and allow us that mobility. So the technology is going to be there in the next, even now, but are we going to utilize it in the right way for our seniors with the mantra aging in place and the master plan for aging in the state of California? We have ways of doing this, and hopefully, Mawa, keeping them out of the hospital in your venue when they don't fall. And I think that's important.
Oh, yes. I mean, all of those things sound so important to pursue.
But one of the things we were talking about is having in-home cameras.
Right.
Now, I have outside cameras around my house.
In-home.
But I don't have any in-home cameras.
It was interesting. I was listening to an episode of The Daily, which is a podcast from the New York Times, and they were talking about how some parents were using in-home cameras to watch over their children as they were staying home alone during the pandemic. Because they still needed to go back to work, but they were using these cameras to observe their children, making sure that they were doing the schoolwork online, that they were safe. And we could simply, translate that to our senior population.
I'd never thought about that, having cameras inside.
And that way, if something happens...
have had that.
Well, yeah, if something happens, it is really a safety net.
Yeah, it's interesting because I have furniture when I can get out of bed. Put my hand here, put my feet down, put my hands here, and, get myself up safely.
Right.
That I like to do, and my kitty cat yowls at me the whole time I'm doing that. Mother, what are you doing? But that helps me to have that furniture there for when I want to get up out of the bed.
Right.
Whether it's, when I get up in the morning or in the middle of the night. So, but, that has helped me. It really has. And then as I can walk out of my bedroom, I still got that chest of drawers right there. And then I've got another piece of furniture in the hall. And then I can walk down the hall okay.
Right.
And my kid said, Mother, don't put any carpeting in your hallway.
Yeah.
Don't. It's dangerous. Because your shoes can get stuck on the carpet and down you go. So I haven't done that. But I have wood floors in the house.
Yeah.
Which makes it a lot easier to move around.
Correct.
The technology will help us, like Alexa and the devices we have now, so that wherever you are, might be in the house, if you might say a key word, the microphone will pick it up. If you say, I need help, then it will respond right away. What is the problem? And you can say, call my daughter. And the only problem is if you fall and you're unconscious or obtunded, where you are not aware of things going on, that the technology won't help you. So throwing a lot of these devices together will allow our seniors, especially, to live better lives and be safer as well.
Yeah, that's the key, to live a safer life.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I have to tell you, I have this device called a Furbo. I don't know if you've heard of the Furbo. It's
F-E-R-B-O?
F-U-R-B-O.
F-U-R-B-O-F.
And
Furbo.
it's so that I could throw treats and watch the dogs by camera. And I can actually talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
And I can hear them when they bark. It will actually trigger a notification on my phone when they bark. And it is fantastic. And
That is so cool.
it is wonderful. It has made a huge difference. And if we can incorporate the Furbo technology to our seniors, I mean, that would just be... I'm not going to throw you a treat, Barbara, I promise. Maybe the kitty gets a treat, but you're not getting one.
Please. Please. What if I fell and I haven't been able to fix my dinner?
But then,
I'll starve.
Oh, we would call 911 immediately.
A Furbo. Now, that's really interesting. Well, maybe we could find a Serbo for a senior.
Senior.
A Serbo.
Or a med bowl where it would give us our medicine correctly.
There you go. Medbo. I love that.
A Furbo.
Yeah.
No, a Serbo for a senior. Or a
Jerrybo.
S-E-R, or Jerrybo.
Jerrybo.
Jerrybo, yeah. Let's get Jerry in here. Maybe she could help us.
I know.
That's funny.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to just go back to what we started with at the beginning with the advanced directive, because I don't think everybody knows what's contained in an advanced directive and what power of attorney means in terms of making medical decisions. And I think we need to clarify and make sure people understand the value of having correct documentation. And I think their fear, of course, is that it's going to cost money to go to an attorney and get these things started.
Not at all.
Whereas, as you mentioned before, you can get them online.
Yeah.
Mara, and I think we should make sure when people come into the hospital, your hospital, you're asking the patient and the family member who's got power of attorney, who's making your decisions. If you can't right off the bat, isn't that correct?
Absolutely. That's one of the first questions they'll ask in registration is, do you have an advance directive, and who's your surrogate decision maker, in case you can't make decisions for yourself?
Yes, that was one of the questions they asked Russ.
Yes.
When I had to put him in the hospital.
And listen, it's not an obvious thing. I mean, maybe Russ didn't want you making the decisions, Barb. Maybe he wanted one of the kids to make decisions for him because maybe it would have been too tough for you, right? So an advance directive helps to delineate who that person is. So, and it's very well-meaning. The power of attorney component and actually the advance directive in its completion is very simple to complete and can be witnessed by two individuals. Typically, it's like neighbors or friends that are not named in the document, that is. And that's it. That makes it legal. If you can't find two individuals to sign off on the document, you could take it to a simple notary, which it could be any one of these, postal annex or UPS stores. They usually have notaries available. You get it notarized for, let's say, $20. That's it. That's the cost of your directive. Not bad. Not bad. No. Definitely worth it.
Not bad. But here's the worst scenario, though.
Yeah.
If you go into the hospital and you don't have an advance directive, if they don't know who has power of attorney to make decisions, and you're unconscious.
Yeah.
When that happens in the state of California, the state of California has no legal provisions to allow next of kin to make that decision.
Correct.
So, and people out there are listening to this right now and saying, that doctor on Doctor's Day, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But indeed, that is a fact that all our seniors should be fearful of.
Yes.
If you are admitted and you do not have an advance directive to a hospital and you are not able to orally tell the healthcare professionals what your needs are, what you want, the direction you want to go, then that's a whole new ballgame that doesn't allow next of kin to make decisions. It does not do that in our state. 46 out of 51 states in the United States, including the District of Columbia, have the provision next of kin in their law. California does not.
Nope.
So you are in jeopardy.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
It's whoever knows the person the best. It's like in quotes.
And
well, you know,
right
then
now,
it would be
right
wise
now
for seniors to carry around with them a copy on their person.
Barb, only 30% of the population have an advance directive. 70% of adults do not have an advance directive. So what I was leading to is there is a law in the Assembly right now, AB 2338. That's AB 2338. And it went through the Judiciary Committee in the Assembly yesterday. And I know this because Robin Clow and myself gave testimony on behalf of supporting this law yesterday online in Sacramento. So we are trying to rectify the problem by adding next of kin to the law. But right now, if you do not have an advance directive, your decision making is in jeopardy. So I want our senior listeners to be aware that that's what they could face. So let's get online. Let's get to the computer. Let's print it up. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Absolutely.
Let's do that. If there's anything, we might, the three of us might do today is to realize that right now decision making is in jeopardy. So please look up the law AB 2338. Look that up. But it's trying to correct a problem that seniors and everybody is facing right now. But let's advise and do the right thing by saying let's get an advance directive. Let's go.
Absolutely. And we need to take another break. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS.
If you need help at home or at the office, call Made For You. Made For You is a locally owned, bonded, and licensed cleaning service with over 20 years of experience. All employees are vetted for your protection. No need to buy products or equipment. The Made For You staff comes complete with everything needed to make your home or office cleaner than ever. Hire Made For You one time, as needed, or an ongoing basis. No room is off limits. Laundry and ironing services are also available. Call Made For You for a free estimate. 255-2922. That's 255-2922.
Great healthcare just got easier and more convenient in Canyon Country. Facey Canyon Country is now open directly off the Soledad Canyon exit off the 14 freeway. The 37,000 square foot clinic houses Facey Medical Group primary care physicians, pediatricians, and specialists. Facey has easy 24/7 online appointment scheduling for PCPs and PEDS. For more information or to make an appointment, visit facey.com. That's FACEY.com.
You've got a lot going on right now, and you've got big plans for the future. That's why College of the Canyons is offering fast, flexible classes. Attend online or on campus, all while getting the support you need to succeed. And with low enrollment fees and access to financial aid, you can get a high-quality education that's affordable. With new classes starting every month, now is the time to get ready, reset, and go at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
If you're in need of physical therapy, check out Focus Physical Therapy. Owner and therapist Adam Laraway has the latest in cutting-edge technology, introducing the Newbie, the ultimate in neuromuscular re-education. The Newbie can help you heal up to 70% faster and was FDA cleared in September 2017. The Newbie uses pulse direct current, which mimics the same neurological signals the brain uses and allows the therapist to identify those signals with 100% accuracy. Newbie can even help improve your sleep while tackling issues with neck, knee, and shoulder pain, sciatica, and arthritis. It can accelerate your fitness progress, which means better results in less sessions. Get stronger quicker. Why not use the same technology that the Dodgers and the LA Clippers use? Focus PT, located on Peachland off Lyons in Newhall. Call 255-4205. Go online at focusphysicaltherapyscv.com.
We salute our veterans who sacrifice for our freedom. Every week, we share an inspirational story of a local veteran on our Hometown Heroes page at hometownstation.com. Thanks to our good friends at Eternal Valley.
I'm Richard Nunnally, General Manager of Eternal Valley Memorial Park and Mortuary. We believe taking care of each other is what community is all about. We're proud to bring you the stories of our hometown heroes.
Eternal Valley, life well celebrated.
Visit hometownstation.com, sponsored by Eternal Valley.
Why did Mercedes-Benz of Valencia win the Dealer of Excellence Award in 2019?
Because we strive to provide the most outstanding sales experience.
Mercedes-Benz of Valencia COO Chris Paz.
We know you have high expectations. Our stellar team will meet and exceed your expectations. That's why we were named Mercedes Best of the Best, placing us in the top 10% of all Mercedes dealers nationwide.
Find out how you can lease a new Mercedes for unbelievably low monthly payments. Details at mbzvalencia.com.
It's time to enhance your natural beauty at Hestia Medical Spa. Select from a large menu of services, including an assortment of fillers that can be used in the face, lips, hands, and a variety of other body parts. Get rid of that double chin with Kybella, an injectable treatment to permanently destroy fat cells under the chin. Hestia Medical Spa also offers Botox, Dysport, and Xeomin to help reduce severe frown lines. Experience rejuvenation at Hestia Medical Spa, located on Valencia Boulevard next to City Hall. Call 753-3434 or go online to hestiamedicalspa.com.
It's like no other station I've ever listened to. It's great.
Your hometown station.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host, Dr. Jean Dorio, on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And we're speaking with Dr. Marwa Kalani, a palliative care doctor. But Jean, you wanted to talk about something else.
Yeah, well, it's just an extension of palliative care that I think our older adults are always asking about, because they're sometimes confused about the terminology from palliative care to hospice care.
Yeah.
So there's a blending of that to a degree together, but it's like as you're going downhill, top is palliative care, but as you're heading toward the bottom part of life, I guess you could call it, it's hospice. So let's just talk about hospice and the role it plays and what you do, Mawa, in palliative care.
Well, the way that we like to describe palliative care is more like a bridge between the time where you're receiving really aggressive treatments and you're focusing on curative means and really extending your life to the best possibility. Palliative care can help step in and help enhance the quality of your life. And then when it gets to a point where you've entered the terminal phase of a disease, and that's where palliative care transitions into hospice care, can transition into hospice care. So hospice is a multidisciplinary team provided by a physician, nurse, chaplain, social worker, who can provide hospice-level care to patients who have a terminal illness and are expected to live under 6 months. And they can provide this type of care in any setting, but particularly at home. And that's one of the settings that we really do encourage. It can be provided in a nursing home, in a boarding care, and even in certain hospitals. But ideally, the home setting is where we'd like to provide that care.
So what does hospice mean? The word hospice.
It's really more of a designation of providing a comfort-focused treatment plan for patients who have terminal illness who are expected to live under 6 months. And it's a designation really by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services.
Well, is old age considered a terminal?
No. Nice try, Barb.
No.
You don't qualify for hospice. And you have to be certified by 2 physicians, in order to qualify for hospice.
So I would have to have a disease of some kind.
Yes, and it has to be in the terminal phase of that.
Terminal disease.
Well, I don't plan on getting any more diseases.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
I have an autoimmune disease.
Yeah,
but that hasn't rendered me unable to do anything, because I do everything I can.
You certainly do.
To keep from falling, too. So hospice, palliative care moves over into hospice care.
Yeah, it's just one big continuum.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the problem has been our listeners are wise. They read the media, listen to the media, they listen to KHTS, and they know that there have been problems out there with hospice and, making sure that it maintains its legitimacy. For instance, I've never in all my years had a patient on hospice for over 8 days. 8 days.
Right.
Not 8 months or 6 months or anything like that. 8 days. So it depends on your doctor, but it is critical that you start to learn how to appreciate what is out there for our seniors and how we can keep you comfortable, especially when you are at end of life. But you have to make sure, as we alluded to earlier in the show, advanced directives are key and important to setting things up right at the get-go.
Yep.
So we don't want you to be in an ICU unconscious and not be able to make decisions. So it all goes back. We go full circle. And, Mawa, it's always fun to have you on the show because it allows some of these more difficult discussions to take place, and because we know that you are having these discussions every day.
Every day.
And it gives us an opportunity to have these discussions today on our show. So Mawa Kalani, happy Doctor's Day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Dorio. You as well.
Happy Doctor's Day to both of you.
Thank you. But it's so important, not just Doctor's Day, but for our older adults in Santa Clarita to really have a good understanding of how they want their life to be and where they want their life to go. So thank you, Mawa, for being on our show again. We do appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We are sponsored by Comfort Keepers In-Home Care, Providence Holy Cross Medical Center, and Hestia Med Spa. Listen to us next week on the Senior Hour. Now go and enhance your quality of life.